Have you ever felt like your life's on a loop, replaying the same pains no matter how hard you try to move forward? You start a new relationship full of hope, only to find that familiar fear of abandonment resurfacing. Or you excel at work but sabotage your success because a quiet voice still whispers that you're not good enough, just like back in school. Sometimes a wave of sadness washes over you, and it smells like an echo from long ago. Carl Jung discovered a profound truth. We don't meet the present unfiltered. Instead, we see it through psychic lenses painted by old wounds and unresolved stories. A casual remark can feel like a devastating attack, and a minor delay can trigger crippling anxiety, all because our reactions belong to the past, not the present. Jung named this phenomenon projection. We unconsciously cast our hidden fears, expectations, and judgments onto people and situations around us. When we can't distinguish real feedback from the ghosts of yesterday, every new challenge feels like an old threat. To cope, we create social masks, what Jung calls the persona, to hide what we deem weak or shameful. These masks help us fit in, perform roles, and avoid vulnerability. Yet when we identify too closely with our persona, it becomes a prison that distances us from our true selves. Imagine someone who learned that love only comes when they appear strong. They adopt a self-reliant mask, never asking for help. On the surface, they're confident, but inside they tremble at the thought of showing weakness. Or consider the person who always plays the cheerful friend, concealing anger and exhaustion beneath a smile. These personas protected us once, but now they keep us locked in fear of rejection, judgment, or losing the identity we've built. Jung also described 4 basic ways we filter reality: thinking, feeling, sensing, and intuition, combined with our orientation toward the outer world, extroversion, or inner world, introversion. These psychological functions act like tinted lenses, highlighting certain aspects of experience while obscuring others. When trauma stains a lens, a boss's critique echoes a cruel parent, and a caring gesture feels like a setup for betrayal. The good news is that if these lenses can distort our view, they can also be cleaned. The first step is recognizing where genuine present-moment experience ends and where past echoes begin. When you notice that your reaction stems from old pain rather than current events, you gain the power to choose a different response. You can listen to feedback without reliving childhood humiliations, and you can accept affection without fearing inevitable abandonment. Acknowledging projection and persona is not about blame. It's about understanding how your psyche has survived past wounds and how it now keeps you stuck. By shining awareness on these automatic patterns, you create space to respond to reality as it is rather than as it once was. In the next segment, we'll explore concrete practices for lifting the veil of projection and gently loosening the grip of your persona. You'll learn how to distinguish genuine moments from echoes, reconnect with your authentic self, and begin crafting a future that isn't dictated by your history. If you find this helpful, and this is resonating with you, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you won't miss new videos, coming every other day. Your support truly means a lot. Thank you. In the first segment, we saw how projection and persona trap us in old stories. Jung never suggested tearing off our masks altogether. After all, persona protects us in society. The real work begins when we recognize that our social mask is only one part of who we are, not the entirety. Freedom comes from noticing when we speak, feel, or choose through that mask, and when we act from our deepest self. True liberation, according to Jung, does not mean ignoring or forgetting our past wounds. Instead, it involves looking at them head-on and discerning whether our reactions belong to the present moment or echo something long ago. Picture the professional who sabotages every opportunity because a critical inner voice whispers, "You're not good enough." Even after countless therapy sessions or intellectual understanding of past criticism, that voice will keep running the old tape until the individual pauses mid-reaction and asks, "Is this about today's feedback or yesterday's wounds?" This capacity to pause creates a tiny gap between stimulus and response, the birthplace of choice and authenticity. When we notice that our emotional reaction exceeds the facts at hand, we discover that we are projecting past pain onto a present situation. That realization doesn't come easily or painlessly. It demands courage to face the parts of ourselves we would normally push into the shadows. Cultivating gentle self-observation without judgment is a vital first step. By asking ourselves several times a day what we're feeling and whether that emotion fits the actual event, we begin to shine light on hidden patterns. Writing in a simple, reflective journal deepens this awareness, noting moments of disproportionate reaction and exploring what or who it reminds us of from our past reveals connections we otherwise overlook. Oversight of our personas follows naturally. We learn to ask, which version of me am I presenting right now? Am I prioritizing strength, cheerfulness, competence, or people-pleasing? Simply naming the mask we wear weakens its grip. We don't have to discard it. We just need to recognize when it's running the show. Allowing ourselves to feel uncomfortable emotions without immediately seeking relief unlocks another layer of healing. When sadness, anger, or fear arise, we can turn inward with curiosity, feeling the physical sensations, listening to what the emotion might tell us, and giving it space to speak. This mindful attention often uncovers buried memories or insights that explain why the past still echoes so loudly. Finally, some journeys require a safe container beyond self-work. Sharing reflections in therapy, Jungian-inspired groups, or with trusted mentors invites outside perspectives that can identify blind spots we cannot see alone. The unconscious often needs another witness to reveal itself. Every act of recognition, whether pausing before reacting, jotting down the day's emotional triggers, naming our persona, feeling deeply without rushing to fix, or seeking supportive dialogue, creates a crack in the prison built by past roles and projections. In those cracks, real freedom grows. This path to authenticity unfolds step by step. Each moment of clarity, each choice to respond from present awareness instead of past pain, brings us closer to living a life authored by who we are today. You are not your old scripts. You are the author of what comes next. By steadily practicing these steps, you'll notice that the intense echo of old wounds loses its power over you. Each moment you choose awareness over automatic reaction brings you closer to living from your authentic self. In time, those cracks become doorways, pathways through which you step into the present, free from the shadows of yesterday. Remember, this journey isn't about perfection, but about progress. There will be days when the old patterns reassert themselves, and that's okay. What matters is that you keep returning to awareness, pausing, observing, and choosing consciously. Over time, these small acts of courage accumulate, and you find yourself living a life shaped by present reality instead of past pain. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one.